Hey everybody, welcome to your June 2022 astrological forecast. Keep in mind that this is just a general reading. However, if you would like to have something more specific like your own chart done, there's a link below in the description box to my website where you can check out my services. There's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for people who only want to know maybe one or two things about their chart. So there's a link below to that too. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my subscribers again for their continued support. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, please like and share it. It really helps my channel to grow, along with subscribing, and click on the little notification bell and you'll be notified each time I upload something. Okay, and also check out my weekly forecasts. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2022 astrological forecast. So the month starts off with a few planets in Gemini, but then moves into Cancer, your opposite sign, okay? But the sun is in Gemini up until the 21st, and Mercury will be entering Gemini again on the 13th. Actually, the month starts off with Mercury retrograde in Taurus, then turns direct on the 3rd. It just keeps moving in direct motion and goes right into Gemini again. So there's actually something that occurred last month when both of the, like this planet, when Mercury was in both of these signs then, okay? Then went retrograde and then all whatever happened. And then now it's turning direct again, so it's almost like revisiting a subject or an issue even that might have occurred at that time. I do have to say, though, Venus moves into Gemini on the 22nd. So where you have Gemini in your chart is your 6th house of the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule. Okay, it's also the house of service, and it's your house of health. You know, this could be, as far as health goes, this could be the time of year every year where you have a yearly checkup, or you know, just go to the doctor or dentist or wherever, just because, you know, just to make sure that you're in good health, which is a good idea. Should do like a yearly exam or something or other. But anyway, in regards to work though, and Mercury, okay, Mercury being in Taurus for like the first so many days up until the 12th of June, okay? Then on the 13th it does move into Gemini again. So your 5th house is where you have the sign of Taurus, and this is the house of romance and fun and gambling and entertainment of any kind. It's creativity. It's children, your children or someone else's children, or doing childish things, maybe even hanging out at amusement parks or whatever. You know, this is like going to see a play or something, or even doing something creative, you know. So, you know, this, whatever, as far as romance goes, let's put it that way. You know, you could be currently in a long-term romance, whatever, or you could have maybe just met someone. And it doesn't even have to be romance. It could be like something creative. You met someone who has the same vision as you do as far as whatever kind of work that you could be doing and that is creative. Okay, so maybe you're going to collaborate with someone. And you kind of like went back and forth with this person. And maybe you are trying to figure out just how much you're ready to put into it. You know, you may have just like a regular everyday schedule in your life where you go to work. You know, you work how many hours a week, so you don't have a lot of time on this side. So you may be trying to figure out, or have tried to fit this in, or this person in even, or this person in your life, not just in your schedule. So it depends on what kind of what they represent. You know, are they just a friend, or are they a collaboration on a creative project, or are they a romantic partner, or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, just you're not exactly sure where you are just yet, let's say, in regards to this person. So you're trying to figure out how much you're willing to give and take, or give more or less on the give side. So, um, they could be. I want to say, just because you have the planet Uranus here, I've mentioned this many times that you may be attracted to a different kind of person than you were in the past. This person is more than likely younger than you or older than you, but there's some kind of age difference. And there's also a very definite difference in your taste in art and film and entertainment, things that you do now for, enjoyment you didn't do in the past. So a lot of things have changed, so it could even be maybe somebody from your past is back in the picture and they're noticing that you're a totally different person than when they last saw you. I mean, you don't even seem the same or like the same things that you used to. So it could be something like that, just trying to figure out, is it worth it? Is it worth giving up a lot of my time to pursue something with this person? Because they could be more trouble than they're worth. So that's something you're trying to figure out while these planets are in your 6th house. As far as the workplace goes, it just looks like it's a very active time here. When Mercury was retrograde in Gemini, it may have created a lot of misunderstandings or miscommunications in regards to directions or instructions on how work should be done. Your work schedule may have been all over the place. You may have been late more than once for work, or something, delayed you in getting to work. And it could have even been something in the workplace that wasn't working. And you weren't able to do your job because whatever, the system was down. You're on a computer and the system's down. But, it doesn't seem like it's a very big deal. When Venus moves here, though, it does mean that, like, you have better relations or more congenial relations with your co-workers. And a lot of times you're put in charge of beautifying the workplace or doing something that is Venus related, like even making like reservations for a nice banquet or something in regards to your company. Like you're being put in charge or being part of doing something for your company that it is, like I said, Venus related. Food or buying nice things for the office or wherever it is that you work, ordering new furniture or something or other. But Venus here too also makes you want to maybe eat and drink a lot more than you normally would, and usually an attraction to like sweets. Okay, it's, you could put on a little bit of weight at this time, not a lot, but maybe just attending like a lot of barbecues or picnics or something like that. Okay, well, the sun will move in on the 21st into Cancer, into your 7th house. Where you have Cancer, it's directly across from your 1st house of Capricorn. Cancer is your opposite sign, and there's a new moon in Cancer on the 28th. Okay, so your 7th house is your partnerships, your close relationships with a romantic partner, business partner, or friend. Okay, so with the sun here, Mercury's going to be moving here and Venus sooner or later, so that's your focal point right now, wherever the sun is. And this, so you're like checking out your close relationships with people around this new moon. You could have like a new beginning or a new understanding with someone that you're very close with, in some kind of, again, partnership. If it's a business partner, maybe you want to take on more of the running of the business, or you don't want to. You're giving them more of the responsibility and you less. Or as far as romance goes, maybe you need to see this person a lot more than you have been, or maybe you feel you've been seeing them too much and you don't need to see them all that much. You need some time to yourself. Same thing with friends, but it's like a new beginning in this area. So it's a good idea to change something that, you know, for the better. To me, it doesn't look like it's going to be a problem with whomever you're doing this with. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Well, there is a full moon in Sagittarius, okay, on the 14th in your 12th house. That's where you have the sign of Sagittarius, and it's directly across from your 6th house of Gemini. So the 12th house is the house of secrets, of taking actions, moving about behind the scenes in secret, okay, either you or by someone else. But there's no other planets here right now. There's just that full moon, which will bring a lot of things to the surface. That's what the full moons do. So they can be done away with. They can be dealt with and be gone. Okay, so this is in regards to, excuse me, the workplace or someone you work with. A lot of times when there's anything in the 12th house in regards to the 6th house of the workplace, you find out things about a co-worker, a boss, or even your company that could be like pretty surprising or even shocking, but it was like a secret, you know. And however way you came by the information is even maybe a little bit strange in a roundabout way. It's not like you were digging for it. It's just that you ended up finding out something about someone you work with, okay, or something about the company you work for. In fact, they may be making some new changes or something, you know, so, but no one's supposed to know about it. Whatever. That's the only thing that I can think of right there, except for there are 2 planets that are turning retrograde this month. And the first one is Saturn in Aquarius. On the 4th, it turns retrograde in your 2nd house where you have Aquarius. So having Saturn here, period, okay, does make it hard to bring in more money or bring in extra income. The budget is very tight here, and you really aren't able to spend like you normally would. Not even like that you're, you know, frivolous or anything, but it's just that you don't have anything extra, it seems. You don't have any extra money to buy even like simple things, you know, that you're used to buying. It just, your source of income has dried up. That's what Saturn does, okay? And a lot of times you end up, you're like on unemployment. So you still have something coming in, but it's not your regular amount of money. So that's why things are tight. With this being retrograde here, you could, like, if you are receiving money that, let's say like through unemployment or a pension, or Social Security, or anything, any kind of and that something that is, I don't want to say run by the government, but something that you're eligible for that you're unaware that you're eligible for, you know. It's depending on your age, okay, or your living circumstances, especially if you're very young and you're missing a parent. You know, I think you're entitled to Social Security even when you're, like before, I believe you turn 18, something or other. And if you're older and you're already retired, it's a good idea to contact the Department of Aging in your city, you know, because they're supposed to be there, and they usually are, you know what I mean? Also, I never knew this till like years and years ago, your state representative, that's what they do. That's what their office does. That's what they're there for. They're like a walking encyclopedia for whatever. If you want to know, you need help for this or that, all you have to do is call your state representative and ask. They have field operators, you know, people just sitting in their office that work there, and it is their job to help you. If they can't answer your question, they will reference you to or send you to someone who can. You know what I mean? So, but they always help you though. But I had, like, for the life of me, I had no idea that is actually what they do. And the Department of Aging should exist in every city, I'm sure, in the United States anyways. But they're there to help you. They all help you find some kind of solutions. Okay? So don't be negative about it. Don't be saying like, "Nah, they never helped me. I'm not calling," or "I'm not going to do this." That's why, some people don't get help. It's because they never take that first step. So I would if I were you. Okay? Because you could be eligible for an awful lot of stuff that you're not aware of. The other planet that's turning retrograde is Neptune and Pisces in your third house. Okay, both of these planets, by the way, have already been in retrograde motion like a few times already, because they've been in these areas in your chart for a while. They've been in these zodiac signs for a while, especially this Neptune. So third house is big communication and travel house, and also like your everyday life, your neighborhood, your neighbors, the people you would encounter throughout the normal course of the day. Okay, so there could be something, Neptune does rule illusion when it's in retrograde motion, sometimes even more so, but a lot of times it brings some kind of clarity all of a sudden, You could have like a neighbor that no one knows anything about. You're lucky that you know their name, and it's nice to stay to yourself, if you want to, but there's just something maybe a little bit fishy about them that people just can't pinpoint. Nobody sees a visible means of support. They're wondering, what does this person do for a living, So it doesn't mean that they're evil, or that they're involved in anything shady, but, you're a little bit more curious than you were in the past, okay? You're wanting to get down to it. You're wanting to find out what is going on here. And also, this being the biggest communication house, this is written and spoken word, okay? You could find out in a roundabout way. Somebody could mention something, and just assuming that you already knew this, it could be a secret. It could be information about your neighborhood. Excuse me. It could even be information about an old classmate, or even like a member of your family. But when they talk to you, they'll talk to you as if you're aware of whatever is going on. But you could learn an awful lot of stuff right now just by like listening. You don't even have to say anything. And this is in every part of your world, this is with friends. This is like when you go out, shopping or whatever in your own area. You could even just listening to some of your relatives talk, you could pick up on a lot of stuff you had no idea was going on. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Capricorn on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Cancer. And those dates are the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 29th, and 30th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, or anything to do with children is the 10th, 11th, 12th, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. The best time for your career is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So I hope you enjoyed your June forecast. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my weekly forecasts. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Goodbye.